Give them full amount so that they keep full amount.
They proposing us, so we will start with this.
Commissioner, please. Yes, you know them. Just carry on. We call this one original. That's you take this one home so that it will reveal where you are coming from, the occasion you went. When you know you cannot shop it alone. When you reach office, when you reach venue, people will gather. You say them they are from Oka. This is the corner they gave us from Oka.
Yes, then awardees. Somebody should speak on behalf of the awardees. The clock.
I will also pick one for the palace, so that I will take the message back to whom I am representing here. Ndị be anyị, ndị ụlọ anyị si na ọjị abịa. Ekpere anyị ji ọjị were ekpe wụ na mmemme na anyị gbakọrọ tata. Nji wee cheta ma nji wee zukọ na ọgwụ ike arụrụ ọma na arụ ọ na-abụ ome obodo mma. Anyị na-asị a na-emecha ihe n'ụbọchị tata ụmụazị anyị ndị nke nọ ka ya eji emụta ihe. Anyị na onwe anyị kwa ndị nne na nna nọ ka anyị nwekwara mụta ebe anyị ga-aga ilu anyị wee na-akụziri ụmụ anyị onwe ejighị n'ezi abụrụ nwere ọgwụ ike n'ụzọ ọbụla na ọgbaba mgbeli ya ka anyị soro wee na-akpọnata onye amazụ maka ebe a ga-amụta ụbọchị tata ga-enyere anyị aka anyị mmadụ ebe ọgwụ ike na-alụ na ndụ mmadụ aghala ọ na-akpa n'obodo ezinụlọ ebe ọbụla ndụ na-eme ya abuse nọ a na-asị ha ndụ na-eme ọganaizi ibe nwa ọ ga-abalị uru ọ ga-abalị uru emechaa ihe ọ ga-amịta mkpụrụ ndị kwuru okwu si na ndị be anyị kwuru okwu si na awụ nne na nna tata agara naba n'iyi so awụ na-ata abụ a ka e were gbasa ozi ọma gbasara ibe ọgwụ ike na alụ ọ gara anụ ụlọ n'iyi ọ ga-amịta mkpụrụ a na-ayọkwa ụmụazị ndị nke nọ ka arụ unu ihe ọbụla unu mụtara ike ndị unu kụziri ụmụazị ibe unu ọ bụrụ nwere onye n'ime unu so were anwụ ọgwụ ike ma ndụ a na-akpọ akpọ ka abịa soro wee nwụra onye mkpụba gị isi awa na o nwere ebe ị mụtara ụbọchị ije na Unizik ekwuru che ụmụazị anwụzụ n'ọgwụ ike My no my one do go on all of home as now. That's no name not that one. We are near I know. Okoto mas na we are that when I can then and I got to Muta. Have I now you? Kashineke, Yela Yaka, Nigeria, Yela Yaka and Anambra State. Kanyabu, Atumatuno and Avatu. Kopro, Atumatu and Tankpolo. Osulu, Wazelo Maziani. Urega, and again, I can even visit by who allow Mazna Yala Kalia Kalia. And I should even many. Or I cook an alcohol, only Vasia, asking a man in the alcohol, washing a man in the alcohol. Mano, you would actually visited on me. So, Ogazi Adri, the name school mother and now Jesus. And I can sit make a ground to go issue in our corner. I met you in people with the guy with them gossip in online. I don't know, I can't down or I can have a just stop to anyway.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Because I told you, only a meche wele. Thank you, sir. Dalo. Ndị niile jizi ọjị ka anyị mezie omenala etu esi eme ọfọ solo lee when translated direct. I don't know how to all this Igbo to English they had. Ọfọ solo lee. Ọfọ is prayer. Solo follow. Le walk. Okay, let prayer follow prayer walk. Don't sound like that. Thank you very much. We have some other guests that came in when the traditional breaking of kola nut was going on. We have in our midst, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, JEOC4, the controller of correctional services. Yes. Thank you. You know the other name before. It has been changed. So I was trying to remember it very well. Correctional Services, Anambra State Command. It is not easy. You are welcome, sir. No. We also have Akwim Okafor Kalista, the state coordinator, NYSC, representing. Please, you are welcome, madam. No. We also have representative from NAPMED, Anambra State of Nigeria, Comrade Ubogo Samuel. We welcome you. I can see you over there. We need to recognize all these special representatives in a special way so that they are not scattered. We can bring them together because they are representing their agencies in a special way. So we welcome you. We also have Mrs. Blessing Ekene. Okay, she's here, the representative of NYSC. I can see you there. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish to also inform you that I'm working this afternoon with my good brother, Chris Adabo, the head of media and advocacy, NDLEA, Anambra State. So Chris, please may you come forward to take the next program. Thank you. Thank you. Please, we want to tell all the competitors, all the students that are involved in the quiz competition, the online quiz competition, to please go to that end for other necessary documentation, because any moment from now we are taking off. Just move to that side if you are part of the competition. So thank you. Chris. let me salute everybody in his own capacity and based on the established protocol. Going forward, after breaking of the cola, we will have the chairman's address. So, may I humbly invite the palace may I humbly invite Major Christopher Wole to introduce the chairman of the day, because he's a royal father and I don't have that capacity to introduce the royal father. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Like you've just requested, the chairman represents here the Obi Gibson Wosu, OOM. Here before you, representing him, is Chief Pius Okonkwo, the palace secretary. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Please, can we put our hands together for that wonderful children? We don't introduce no gifts for you. So, sir.
I'm sorry I didn't have a written address, but I hope even if it was written, I will still read it. So I have to go on oral address. Yes, I am standing here on behalf of His Royal Majesty, Obi Dr. Majesty OON, the traditional ruler of Oka Kingdom. He is the unavoidable absent because he was outside, he was abroad, as we are talking now. As I said when I was doing the grouping of code and laws, this event is a very good event. I hope that this message or this type of event, even when it is not, this one is national, I hope that one day we organize Nigeria. And as I can see now that Unizik they are also in line with the fight against drugs. This type of message is a message we're supposed to, I will advise that is supposed to be carried to our secondary schools, different secondary schools in our country, even primary schools. Because before now, I'm aware that this drug abuse, trafficking and selling of those hard drugs has also entered into even primary schools in Nigeria. it doesn't bring peace to our society. Rather, it destroys our society. Every day by day, we hear killing in all the parts of Nigeria, every part of Nigeria. Some of these killings is not ordinary. Some of the youths are being proved by the drugs they take. By the time they are doing all these killings, they don't even know what they are doing. Because they are not with their normal senses. They are being controlled by a certain drug that person has taken. Therefore, I will advise the organizers, the NDLEA, to please organize a forum like this to secondary schools, meet the principals, and talk to them. I know that the universities, the vice chancellors in Nigeria takes over the fight in the universities. Yes, we are impact as officers in control of this movement. This is also necessary. Whenever the university vice chancellors organize such forums, you come and give them lectures. I thank you for today. I will use this opportunity to thank the commander or controller of National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, who had just posted to Anambra State a few months ago, thereabouts, for his doggedness. The day he visited the palace, he promised Oka that he will do all within his powers to ensure that this drug abuse, the illicit trafficking in Anambra State will be eliminated, even not completely, but to minimize it to the highest minimum. And since that time, we have watching him keenly and discover that his movements with his troops is yielding fruit in Anambra State, especially here in Oka. And we promise him that we will do everything. Anytime he needs our advice, our effort, our contribution in any form, that Oka is ready. The palace is ready to give him that support. I'll also ask him, when you are fighting corruption, corruption will be fighting back. Because I see drug trafficking as corruption, or part of corruption among youth. We have chairmen, village chairmen, but this message is supposed to be carried to our villages, if not homes. Village chairmen can also, can also organize their village youth and invite their men to come and talk to them, not to arrest them, but to talk to them on how to avoid the rate the youth are entering into drug, taking drugs with impunity. I will also use this opportunity to advise our governments, both national, state, and local, to assist this command all the states to build skill training workshops in all the command headquarters in the states, so that if any of the youths are being apprehended for that mess and taken to them, within that period he will stay with them. Not only that, you lock him in the guard room or you are torturing him, so that by the time he leaves the organization, by the time he leaves the barrack, by the time he leaves the cell, he will be a changed person. Because most things our youth are complaining, when you confront some of them, there is no job. There's no job. None of them want to go and learn a skill. Some of them are school graduates, they are university graduates. But if a skill training institutions are being established in these commands, when you are apprehended and you go there, before you leave that place, you will be able to learn one skill or the other, so that when you come out, but if you are busy in your own workshop doing a work, you have the time to go and associate with those bad boys. So I'm pleading to government to assist the command so that they will do the magic, because I know the little they are doing now is leading to the society. I will also use this opportunity to plead with the Nigerian government to re-establish technical schools, refurbish the dilapidated ones, and build new ones where necessary, where our youth will be trained in skill acquisition. All the technical schools. I'm a technical school graduate student, and with that skill I learned from the technical school, I was employed with it in the university, this university, and with that skill, by the grace of God, I was able to be lifted up to level 14 before I retired. Some of us thought when you go to technical school, you cannot be employed. When you go to technical school, when you are employed, you become a laborer. No, you are not a laborer. It depends how you showcase yourself. Did you know that work you learn from that technical school? Did you update your record? Attending workshops, seminars, attending that year trade. Then the sky is your limit of promotions. So if government of Nigeria scrapped all the technical schools, turning them to technical science tech, and calling them different names, all Nigerian children will not be medical students. They can never be doctors and nurses. If you go to, that is why Ghana is better than Nigeria. Before, when there is problem in Ghana and there are men, their youth run scattered all over the world, especially here in Nigeria. This Ghana must go now. We are hearing Ghana must go. Some of us thought, some of the students thought it is with that bag we are calling Ghana must go. The Ghana must go is that every Ghanaian, every youth in Ghanaian has one or two skills, 2 or 3 skills. And when they came here, they started engaging themselves in all the works. And when you employ them or engage them to do a work for you, they do magic for you. Thereby you drop your own brothers and sisters, because they cannot give you that service the Ghanaian gave them there. And with our youth started losing jobs, and they said Ghana must grow. We changed them, and hoping that before now, Nigerian government that assisted the youth to change the Ghana that way will improve our condition, living condition of our youth. So I think at this point, I have to give orders to move to contribute. I thank you. I thank all the participants. I thank the students who participated in the quiz. I congratulate the winners and I congratulate the command for giving them an award or trying to give them an award. Thank you very much. God bless.
That is not enough. Clap for the Unizik person here. At least he has done justice to the whole lectures that need to be delivered today. He said all stakeholders need to put hands together to ensure that all necessary interventions on drug abuse in the state are executed. So please, let's put our hands together once more for the chairman of the session. Yes, thank you very much. As the chairman was talking, very special dignitaries came in, and let me quickly introduce the the sponsor of this program, who is no other person but the person who has been sponsoring for the past 9 years, and this is the 10th year. Please clap for this. He is a royal father. He is a businessman, a business tycoon. All those prizes you see here, he put out for pocket, come out. Those things came here. So students, can you clap for the Igwe of Ogidi Kingdom? The Igwe of Ogidi Kingdom, who is ably represented by the MD, Managing Director, Aven Health Care Industries, Dr. Ifena Onyido. Please usher him to the high table. Thank you very much for coming, sir. Let me call on the University Orator to introduce the Vice Chancellor.
Thank you very much, my very good brother Chris. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor and privilege to respectfully recognize the arrival of the acting Vice Chancellor of our great university, Professor Joseph Ikechebelu. Please, may we put our hands together for him. The acting Vice Chancellor is being represented on today's program, ladies and gentlemen, by no other person than our own dear Dean of Faculty of Engineering, Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Oka, Professor Solomon Mwibo. We salute you. Thank you. Thank you very much and welcome. We keep the tide moving, ladies and gentlemen, and we want to get into part of the great business of the day. And we want to, in a special way, invite Chris to introduce his Oga and our Oga as we make progress. Mr. Chris.
Thank you, sir. Before I introduce my Oga and our Oga, let me quickly also introduce very special people in the house. The National Coordinator, Soludo Ambassadors, Chief Obiora, my very good friend, Obayo, being heavily represented here by Comrade Ken Okoli, my very good friend, the PG, President General Asatu Youth. Please let's put our hands together for them. Yes, the University Orator had already finished my work, and it's very easy now. Otherwise, I would have started reading long stories on my Oga.
So let me just quickly say my guy is a very simple person, a hardworking man who has come to Anambra State to do justice to drug abuse, illicit trafficking, especially in Kurumiri, which is a common thing in the communities. Without wasting time, we invite the state commander, NDLA Anambra State Command, to give us his opening the commander's commander's address. Sir, Onishi Daniel Ogon.
Yeah. Thank you very much for that introduction. I want to start by acknowledging the presence of the chairman of this occasion, the Izuzu of Oka, humbly represented by the Chief Pius Ugongo. We're glad to have you in our today's occasion. I've got the Vice Chancellor of the University, humbly represented by the Prof. You're welcome. I want to recognize also the Iwe of Ogiri, the man they have just introduced. He has been sponsoring this program for past 10 years, past 9 years. This is 10th editions. Represented by his son, Prince, Dr. Ifeanyi Onido, the Controller of Professional Services, present here. I want to appreciate your presence. The Commissioner of Police, represented here by the DCP of Garabe Fidelix, the NAPTIP Commander, the Civil Defense Representative. Oh, I can see the Immigration Service are here. If I turn left and turn right, I can see the people that support me in this state. The representative of the Sododa ambassadors, the heads of units. I can see my professor there, the guest lecturers that are here. Ame Nalego, retired Commander of Narcotics. Let me just simply recognize everyone here. I'm pleased to have all of you. I just have a short speech for us this afternoon. This is an address by the State Commander, NDLA Anambra State Command, on UN Day for Drug and Illicit Substances Abuse, 26 June 2024. I think before I continue, I want to recognize my friends, the press, that are here. Let me not forget them. Now, it is my pleasure to welcome you to the 2024 commemoration of the United Nations Day Against Illicit Drug Trafficking and Abuse. June 26 of every year has been designated to mobilize the global populations to analyze the prevalence of drug challenges and adopt policies that should regulate the strategies necessary for the control of the drug menace in the next year. The goal of creating a drug-free world after many decades of concerted effort has not yet been achieved. Drug use of various types has remained stable or increased around the world, with damaging health, socioeconomic and legal ramifications for many individuals and families. There is the realization that a public health intervention approach should be pursued aggressively alongside supply control effort. Hence, the theme for this year, which says the evidence is clear, invest in prevention. This could have come at any better time than this. It focuses on intervention strategies rooted in science, research, compassion, and full respect for human rights. Ladies and gentlemen, when you consider the cost of treatment and rehabilitation of drug-dependent persons and difficulty in getting over the drug use habit, investing in prevention is the best option. What is basically expected is that policy should be in place to delay initiation into drug use. For example, policies in alcohol and cigarettes should not be sold to people under age 18. It will also require that health and social services must be in place to ensure that those who are into drug use do not develop dependency. The National Household Survey in 2018 by the United UNODC identifies the non-availability of treatment centers in most places. Where available, not accessible and affordable. Where it is available, it is not accessible and it's not available by all. This may not be unconnected with the fact that so many people see the regulation of illicit drug trafficking and consumption as a government affair. This year's commemoration is to raise awareness for a joint hand approach for effective prevention strategies. It calls for collaboration by government, public, private organizations, and individuals for greater investment in prevention efforts. I call on the Anambra, especially the President Generals of communities, to strengthen the existing security structures to make their communities uncomfortable for drug dealers. I spoke to them in December 2nd and proposed the creation of Community Drug Control Committee to strike it down to the communities. So I'm still beckoning on them, the ways and the PGs in the state. So the President Generals and communities to strengthen the existing security structures to make their communities uncomfortable for drug dealers. The command is willing and available, not only to professionally handle the information you provide on the drug activities in your areas, but also ready to sensitize your youth on the inherent dangers of drug abuse and trafficking. It is recommended that drug wards be established in all government general hospitals for the proper management of drug users to avoid dependency. This will take care of the challenge of non-availability of treatment centers for the drug challenge. The services in such centers should be affordable. The command is unwavered in combating of the drug menace because we believe that the best prevention is to ensure that illicit drugs are not available. And that's what we are doing in the state. Toward this, between June 2023 to June 2024, remember we were here last year, in a space of 1 year, a total of 360 suspects were arrested. 197 of the suspects have been successfully prosecuted, while 258 were cancelled and rehabilitated and reintegrated to their family. Again, in the period under review, a total of 2.8557 tons of various drugs were seized. This achievement was made possible by the moral boost of officers by the Chairman, Chief Executive Officer, Brigadier General Mohammed Buba Mawa, retired, OFR, and the government of Anambra State, ably led by Professor Charles Chukuma Soludo, who have been supporting us with logistics, of which the command remain grateful. In a very special way, I want to use this opportunity to thank you all that left every other things you were supposed to do today just to be with us. All our stakeholders, all the groups and individuals who have supported us in one way or the other, we do not take your kindness for granted. Our sister agencies, the synergy and support we enjoy from you is immeasurable. As you can see, you are present here today. The last but not the least, I want to appreciate Iwe of Ogidi Kingdom, the Chief Executive of Alban Pharmaceutical, who has single-handedly sponsored the annual quiz competition among secondary schools in Anambra State, of which today is the grand finale of the 10th editions in honor of his late mother, Lady Victoria Ondo. He was also sponsoring our weekly radio programs. As I conclude, your continued collaboration is needed for the fight to be effective. Like Edda said, allowing illicit drug activities is like throwing a stone to the market. Nobody knows who the victim will be from the pains of drug use and the attendant crimes and criminalities like rape, arson, kidnapping, etc. The evidence is clear. Invest in prevention and ensure a better Anambra State in particular and Nigeria in general. Thank you very much for listening.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think we can do better than that. That was a wonderful speech with great suggestions and the way forward. So we salute you, sir. Thank you.
and thank you again. Ladies and gentlemen, while he was speaking, another very important personality came in. DCC John Peter Oku, the FRSC State Commander, is here with us. Please, may we appreciate him. Federal Road Safety Corps, we welcome you, sir. We welcome you. Mr. Chairman, sir, ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor and privilege to respectfully invite the acting Vice Chancellor of our great university, Professor Joseph Ikechebelu, ably represented by Professor Solomon Wibo, to present the Vice Chancellor's address. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor.
Thank you very much, the University Orator. I wish to apologize on behalf of the Acting Vice Chancellor for his absence to this meeting. He is aware you are here. But a lot of visitors are in his office now that he could not get up to come. And other engagements. I wish to tell you he would have wanted to be here himself. He was running the schedule to make sure that he will be here, but because of time, he will send me to convey his message to all of you. Just believe that this same message is coming from him. He has a heart to be here. Thank you very much. I wish to stand on the already established protocol, the NDLEA, WADA, FR, Federal Safety Corps, the Nigerian Police, the Nigerian Immigration Services, the Civil Defense, and all the people of the Fourth Order of the Realm, Ndigwe, and the titled men. Of course, I must pay special respect to Igbo of Ogidi. Must respect him so much for all he does. I also wish to acknowledge the teachers that are here, that bring up these children. I must respect the students that are also here. You are really wonderful. And this is a brief remark from the acting Vice Chancellor of Nigeria Azikiwe University at the 24th International Drug Day of United Nations Office on Drug and Crime of Nigeria Azikiwe Drug Law Policy. Today being Wednesday, 26th of June 2024, holding at the University Auditorium. It gives great delight to welcome you all to this event, the 2024 International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking, under the auspices of the United Nations Office on Drug and Crime, which holds annually on the 26th of June, and into the instant edition of which Nigeria Azikiwe University is keen in to launch its own Nigeria Azikiwe University OCA drug law policy. I must give a special welcome to Mr. Onish Daniel Obonna of National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, the Commander, Anambra State Command, co-hosting this event within Nigeria Azikiwe University. I should also recognize the presence of the invited Anambra Secondary School students who are participating in this event, and other young persons in this audience. As is well known, the victims of drug abuse and misuse are majorly young persons. The intent of the annual marking of this International Drug Day is to raise global awareness about the devastating impact of drug abuse or misuse on the physical and psychological health of individuals concerned. in many cases leading to fatalities and the society and on national economies. The thrust of this year's 2024 edition with the theme, "The Evidence is Clear." Invest in prevention. Invest in prevention is to raise awareness of evidence-based prevention strategies. Advocate investment in these strategies, empower communities to implement evidence-based initiatives, and promote community-led solutions. Facilitate dialogue and collaboration. Promote evidence-based policies. Engage communities also to empower youth with the knowledge, skill, and resources to become agents of change in their individual lives and in their communities, and promote international collaborations. It might be useful to remind us that what a drug is and what constitutes drug abuse or drug misuse. A drug is considered as a substance, natural or manufactured, which when ingested or in other ways introduced into the body produces psychological changes. This definition ordinarily excludes substances that principally have nutritive effects on the body. Drug abuse is characterized as the use of a drug or a substance for purposes other than those for which they were meant to be used, thereby leading to a harmful impact on the body. Substances commonly abused include alcohol, marijuana, cigarettes, cocaine, and some prescription drugs such as codeine, tramadol, and morphine, etc. Here at Nnamdi Azikiwe University, we are not merely concerned with teaching, research, and community services. This university acknowledged as a core function of a university universally, but we do this in the context of the overall well-being of the students and staff. To this end, this university has a center for psychological services and a center for counseling and career development, whose efforts combining with other resources in the university, human and materials, have yielded a production and publication of booklets, Nnamdi Azikiwe University Drug Law Policy, being unveiled today, which captures the overall intent of the United Nations Office on Drug and Crime. This document will find good use well beyond the Nnamdi Azikiwe University, in other tertiary institutions, secondary schools, and other organizations in the country. I commend all whose effort went into the production of this drug law policy of the university, which will hopefully find application. Which will hopefully find application in helping drug abuse and the board. I wish to also inform you that not only the secondary school students are involved in this examination, the university students are also involved. I want to tell you that the university students in this university have been preparing for this series of exams. I am well aware that my faculty has prepared extremely well, and 3 candidates will represent every of our faculties in this university. I wish to also thank the organizers once again, and especially the Igwe of Ogidi, who I'll call one of the trustees that have collaborated with our university and the other organizers to present at least a worthwhile gift to the winners. Most times we complain that Nigeria will always do only talent hunt in music, dancing, and other things. But when we see funds go into things like this that will build the mind of students, which is our responsibility in the university to nurture and develop sound mind, we appreciate and applaud such. So we send a very heartfelt message back to the Igwe and all the organizers. We wish to tell you that we are impressed and we are really happy that you're here. God bless the United Nations Office of Drugs and Crime. God bless NDLEA. God bless Unizik. And God bless all of you. Thank you very much.
If you're happy and you know it, clap your hand. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hand. If you're happy and you know it, you really want to show it. Now you suppose to understand. Thank you very much. That was a wonderful presentation by the acting Vice Chancellor, our own dear acting Vice Chancellor, ably represented today by the Dean of the Faculty of Engineering, our dear Professor Solomon Wibo. That was wonderful, sir. Thank you. And you look good too. I cannot open easy. Go to Abroko too, man. Thank you. I don't surprise an engineer and I call good. Thank you. You're welcome, sir. You're welcome. No. Without wasting much of our time, may I also inform you that the quiz, the online quiz, is already on. It's already on. The students are now battling. They are in the battlefield at the moment, online. So it's a global thing. It's a global event. Thank you very much. We want to take the commemoration lectures immediately, and we want to make it very simple. We want to appeal to the guest lecturers to please do well to talk to your paper so that we can engage in so many other things. I have been directed to invite in no particular order, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Professor Obiajulo Anthony Ugochukwu Nedum. Professor Nedum is a professor of industrial and organizational psychology, Department of Psychology, Faculty of Social Sciences, Nnamdi Azikiwe University. He is also the current head of the Department of Psychology, the Prof. Please may we put our hands together for him, Professor Tony Nedum.
While Prof gets his papers ready, let me quickly introduce those people who are already joining hands, seeing the importance of what Igwe Okujide is doing, already joining hands to co-host or co-sponsor this program. In the house, we have these vibrant young guys wearing blue, snapping pictures. They are from IG Agowo Head and Academic Foundation by the owner of the foundation is Ozo Idie Ignatius Agowo. They are heavily represented here by the NG, the director, and their team. So please let's put our hands together for these co-sponsors. They are seeing the importance. May I also recognize the presence of the state chairman for illicit drug abuse education. He is a wonderful NGO person who is sponsoring us. No other person but Anene Gregory. Sir, you're welcome to this occasion. We also recognize the... Okay, maybe I will continue. Let me not keep Professor long. Thank you, sir.
The acting Vice Chancellor, Professor Joseph Ikechebelu, National Academy of Science, ably represented today by the distinguished Dean of Law, Dean of Engineering, but who has a lot of knowledge of law, Professor Solomon Wibo. You're welcome, sir. The State Commander of NDLEA,
CN Daniel Onishi, the representative of the police commissioner, and a representative of the Federal Road Safety Commission, and other members of the internal affairs. Please, so numerous for me to mention, but permit me to thank the King of Ogidi, who is ably represented by his son, a doctor in our midst, handsome young man. We appreciate what you and your father have been doing for humanity. Thank you very much. Please let all other protocols be observed, sir. Today, we dive into a critical topic. The issue of substance abuse. The evidence is clear, and the need for preventive measures to stem down the spread of abuse of drugs and substances. This paper specifically will empirically review evidence from previous studies and surveys to provide comprehensive understanding of the prevalence, the pattern, and the impact of substance abuse in various regions of the world, in Africa, in sub-Saharan Africa, and in Nigeria in particular. Specifically, as we celebrate the United Nations Drug Day today, the topic we choose is evidence is clear of substance abuse. We are imploring, advocating for individuals, communities to invest in prevention of substance abuse. Substance abuse is not only of critical importance for public health and social welfare officers, but also it represents a multidimensional challenge that requires a comprehensive and informed approach. We all know that drug abuse, or rather substance abuse, it continues to pose significant challenges globally. It is affecting us as individuals, as families, as people in community, and in society at large. The consequences of substance abuse are far-reaching, encompassing health issues, delving into criminal justice problems, increasing economic burden on families, and bringing about societal disruptions in communities. Ladies and gentlemen, as such, combating this complex issue demands evidence-based intervention that address the root causes and the impact of substance abuse in Nigeria. My topic is evidence-based approach to substance abuse challenges and evidence-based implication for advocacy for prevention of substance abuse. So my paper is based on data. I categorize this data into global data, sub-Saharan African data, Nigerian data, and because it's data, I want to highlight the ones that are of particular importance to us. So substance abuse at the global level, it remains a significant public health concern with considerable variations in prevalence across different regions and substance types. The United Nations World Drug Report of 2023, which is the most current report, it estimated that 296 million people uses substance abuse. That is, they are addicted to drugs. This astronomical estimate accounts for 23% increase in substance abuse within the last 10 years. So within the last 10 years, the number of people that newly engaged in substance use increased by 23%. Today, 219 million people are addicted to Igbo, what we call cannabis sativa. 60 million people, they are addicted to opioids. 36 million people, they take amphetamine, another kind of psychoactive drugs. 22 million of them are addicted to cocaine. 20 million other people, they use these ecstasy drugs, what we normally refer to today as mkpolommiri. That one is common in our villages. Indeed, the most astonishing evidence from all the data that I studied is the geometrical increase in the estimate of women addicted to psychoactive drugs in 2023. Of the number of people addicted to substance abuse around the world, women alone accounted for 30% of cannabis sativa addicts, 25% of people addicted to opioids, 45% of people that uses amphetamine, and 27% of people addicted to cocaine. 38% of people that uses mkpolommiri are women, and 47% of users of pharmaceutical opioids are women. This is the aspect of the data that calls for prevention. Specifically, just last year, according to United Nations Drug Report, approximately 275 million people worldwide abuses drugs. And over 36 million people, they suffer from mental disorders. Allah na apofa makana fasel drugs. Today, 13.2 million addicts are people who inject themselves, whereas 39.5 million people are found with drug use disorders. We are saying that 39.5 million people today bondi alaporo maka ha na-ese drugs. So, between 2022 to 2023, just within 12 months, about 3.5 million new people who use drugs, they developed drug use disorders. 3.5 million people bidolo sebe mkpolommiri sebe ọgwụ ike alapụ ọfafa n'ayị ala. Hello? This high incidence of drug use disorder accounted for 45% increase in the last 10 years. Specifically, when we look at the world evidence on drug abuse, we find out that Africans in the COG accounted for 9% of addicts that reported for treatment. What it means is that greater number of people in Africa who have developed mental problems as a result of the use of psychoactive drugs, they do not make themselves available for treatment. And of people under 25 years in various treatment institutions around the world, African people accounted for 25% of them. This is a worrying challenge. And that is why the theme for this year is invest in prevention. I would like to, there are other supporting evidence on the global level about alcohol use, but because I don't want to inundate our audience with data, I want to specifically look at the Nigerian situation and situation in sub-Saharan Africa. So, substance abuse in Nigeria is a growing public health issue with various studies highlighting significant prevalence rates and associated socio-demographic factors. Specifically, let me pick them one by one. Alcohol use. Alcohol consumption in Nigeria is very high. So alcohol consumption is prevalent in Nigeria with varying rates across different regions and demographics. According to the World Health Organization, the total alcohol per capita consumption among individuals who are 15 years and above was reported to be 12.3 liters pure alcohol per year in 2016, which is higher than the global average reported by World Health Organization in 2018. Other studies, such as that of Gujere, 2007, found that the lifetime prevalence of alcohol use in Nigeria was 58%, with higher rates among men compared to women. What this cause draws our attention to the activities of alcohol manufacturing companies and alcohol marketing agencies. And it calls for policy. We don't have strong regulatory policies and tax that regulates alcohol manufacturing in Nigeria. We have very weak policy that regulates alcohol purchase and consumption. Any small girl can go and buy alcohol. Nobody will ask him or her, who are you buying it for? So the same is applicable to tobacco use. Tobacco use remains a significant concern in Nigeria. The Global Adult Tobacco Survey, conducted in Nigeria in 2012, that's the latest, it revealed that 10% of adults, specifically 15 years and perhaps above, were current tobacco users. They have started smoking, with a higher prevalence among men, 17.4%, compared to 2.7% of women. This survey was conducted in 2012. Smoking is a major contributor to non-communicable diseases in Nigeria, including cardiovascular diseases, cancer, and respiratory illnesses. We move over to cannabis, the most commonly used substance abuse in Nigeria. Cannabis is the most commonly used illicit drug in Nigeria. The United Nations Office on Drug and Crime reported that the annual prevalence of cannabis use among the adult population in Nigeria was 14.3%, one of the highest rates in Africa. The same report highlighted cannabis use to be more prevalent among young adults at about 18 years. The same trend goes for opioid use and other stimulants. Ladies and gentlemen, what is important that I want to highlight is that more of young Nigerians indulge in substance use. And among the young people, the women in recent times have started competing to take drugs more than women, more than men, and it is alarming. It is beginning to make somebody to have nightmares. The gap is no longer much the way it used to be. Specifically, the study conducted by National Drug Use Survey of 2018, let me mention the gender issue. Drug use prevalence was higher among males, 15.4%, compared to women, 13.3%. So just less than 1 point something. The women, they are rushing into drugs, and that is the most dangerous trend that we have seen across sub-Saharan Africa. Specifically, a meta-analysis study in Africa in 2003 estimated that 32.8% of adolescents, people in secondary school, a study on them shows that 32.8% of adolescents in sub-Saharan Africa, they have started consuming alcohol, with the highest rate in South Africa, followed by East Africa and Central Africa. The tobacco use is also on the high, 23.5% among adolescents. I am interested in adolescents this time around. So I want us to look at the trend. And when we go to other stimulants, we find out that the adolescent use of mmili is 26% in Nigeria and 25% in Ghana. So it is increasing across countries and continents in Africa. Meta-analysis is a summary of various studies that are taking place in Africa within the last 10 years. So, if we are to look at possible solution, how can we combat substance abuse? Despite significant progress made by government and the resources invested to combat substance abuse, there is need for future directions in the field, including harnessing technology for prevention and treatment, integrating mental health services within substance abuse treatment, and addressing the social determinants of health that contribute to substance use disorder. What I mean by social determinant of health is the tendency with which people have access to free and affordable medication. So there is need for government and wealthy individuals to subsidize health care for people who have problems with drug use disorder. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
Please, may we put our hands together again for this young man. You see, he's already professing. He's one of the youngest professors in this university, just promoted. So this is the first time he's professing, for the first time in his life. Let us put our hands together again for him. And he did it very, 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 very well. My HOD, I salute you. I must also commend you for keeping to my directive in parentheses, to my, in terms of time. So I thank you. Thank you very much. Kindly permit me or grant me the grace to welcome Honorable Barrister T.N. Apudo. Yes, the Asatu National President. Oh, he's here with us. Please, let's appreciate my very good friend, Andolga. No, you are welcome, sir. You are welcome. We also welcome Chief Okezu Maswell. Chief Okezu Maswell, the General Manager of Rove Hotels and Suites, Norkeka, representing Mr. David for the MD. So we welcome you. We welcome you. Oh, you are welcome. No. Thank you very much. I think we are making good progress. We are making good progress, ladies and gentlemen. So we want to take the second. Speech. We want to take the second lecture, which is going to be very brief as well. It's going to be delivered by the Commander of Narcotics, retired, certified UNODC facilitator and master trainer. He was the Deputy Commander, Operations and Intelligence, when the WHI started 10 years ago. He is currently a consultant, and he runs a consultancy firm known as Better Care and Recovery Consults Limited. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to welcome Ame Inalebu.
Thank you very much. Retiring from NDLE after 30 years of service will mean that there's a pool of experience to share. That's what I think I will just briefly to say thank. In one of the town hall meetings that we carried out to sensitize the grassroots, people were selected from different groups. security, traders, vulcanizers. And so the first person to speak was, apologies to my police friend. Policeman, he came out and said, I stand on the existing protocol. After him was a pastor, and he came and said, I kneel on the existing protocol. When it was the turn of the vulcanizer, I said, I vulcanized. The MC had to come in and say, please, just say what you want to say. Before somebody will come and profess on the existing protocol. The professor would have been professing on the existing protocol. Well, like the BC has said, like the commander has said, like the last speaker said, we are gathered here joining the rest of the world to mobilize people against the threat of illicit drug trafficking and abuse. You will not understand that this is a problem except you have experienced it. If you are here and you know somebody who would have been somebody were it not for drug, can I see your hand? Somebody in your village, if nobody say this man they smoke, if nobody say this man they drink, can I see your hand? Okay. So you already have an idea of what the evidence is. And so we are saying the evidence is clear. Evidence is clear. This person would have been this were it not for this habit. And I will share some of the experiences I had in NDLEA to show you that the evidence is clear. Between 11:30 to 12 midnight, I got a call from one of my directors. And there was a family who had a son that needed to be attended to because of his drug habit. And I told my director on phone, I said, can I speak to the parents? And he said, no, they don't want to be known. I was going to help somebody that didn't want to be known. That was what they wanted me to do. And I said, okay. So what do they want to say? Can you get us a center that can take this boy for treatment? I said, give me like 10 minutes, let me consult. I made some calls that night. And my friend said, by Tuesday, they are going to have one bed available in their center. And that if the boy is not there on Tuesday, he will have to queue. And I said, okay. So what is the cost? And he said, they can take people in for a minimum of 90 days. That's 3 months. At 1.9 million naira. Brethren, we are talking about the price of pepper in the market. How many families can raise almost 2 million naira now to cater for a child that is problematic because of drug use? And so the evidence is abound. We cannot afford to allow our words, allow our nations get trapped in this drug challenge. I had another experience that might dampen your spirit. A woman got involved in the use of cocaine. And each time she had the urge to use the drug and she didn't have the money, she will pimp her 11-year daughter. What does that mean? The man who sells drugs, sells the cocaine will do what? Sleep with the girl and give the cocaine free to the mother. And so, helping that individual, it wasn't just the mother that was having a problem, but even an innocent child of 11 years. And so to rehabilitate that, we mean we are not just helping the mother, but we also have to help the small girl. I shared another experience. A wife of a governor shared her experience with us. Said her friend was kidnapped between Abuja and Kaduna. The kidnappers opened her bag and found a bundle of 50,000 naira notes. The leader of the team took 30,000 naira out of it and said, go and buy the book. Their priority was get the drugs before thinking of what they were going to eat or even the arm they were going to use. And so, the evidence is very clear that a great danger threatens humanity if we don't join the rest of the world and begin to invest in prevention. I had an experience while I was working in Anambra here. And so the information I'm going to give, I will try to manage it so that you'll be able to pin it on. But the man was a local government chairman. After he had recovered from the use of drugs, as part of the rehabilitation, he had somebody who pulled some strings and he became the chairman of the local government. 7 years after he last used the substance cocaine, his friend who was he using came to visit him. And he said, "Oh boy, how do you cope with this stress?" And he said, "Man, politics is something else." As a friend was leaving, he left behind a pinch of cocaine on his table and said, "In case there is tension, in case you are pressed, you might need this." And he said they made a mistake of not throwing it away. Even when he told a friend, "I told you I'm out of it," he left it in his drawer. One day the tension was high, and he remembered he had something somewhere. The last I heard of him, he was a junkie in one of the sports in the States. That is somebody who was perpetually living in a center where drugs were sold, living on the goodwill of other buyers. "Hey, buy, will they hail you? Have fun, anything for the boys." He fell. After he managed to come out of the pit, he fell again to the pit, deeper and worse. The fear is that by the UN projection for Nigeria, you know this projection for Nigeria, that by the year 2030, we are going to see an increase in problematic drug use in Nigeria to the rate of 40%, which means what we are seeing is looking like a child's play. 40% increase in drug use. How do we cope with this? When by their report, we're already aware that, like the commander said, treatment centers are not readily available. Where they are available, how many people can afford 1.9 million to rehabilitate? Or they may not even be accessible. That's why you begin to see some centers that come as quack centers. All they do is to chain the people and flog the spirit of drug use out of them. The Lord have mercy on us. So what is the way forward? What do we do? Societies still continue to see this problem as a government problem. In communities, when you sleep with somebody's wife, there is a communal law. Not so? Fairness. If somebody steals a goat, there is a common. Nobody waits for the policeman. You steal a goat, you are called. The community has laws in place. The only offense that they don't have a law in place is the man who is selling drugs. When they see him, they look the other way. These drug people, no one can carry this man from here. So communities must develop communal laws, just like we do to checkmate other crime and criminalities. Our vigilantes must be strengthened. Drugs are available only when, and drugs are used only when they are available. And so the first thing to do, if we must invest, is to invest in organizations, in structures that will ensure that drugs are not available outside. Every government hospital should have a drug ward. Because there are people who are using now who may not have developed dependency. And so, it's a gradual thing. Nipping the bud, even before it becomes a challenge. And so when he has a problem and he goes to the hospital, special attention can be focused on him to allow him recover without developing dependency. So many parents are very far away from their families now, for obvious reasons. And so, our children are growing up with inadequate capacity and ability to make sound decisions, informed decisions. It is worse when parents even initiate, yes, I stress it, initiate their children into drug use even at a very tender age. You are sending that boy to go and light cigarette for you. The process of lighting cigarette is that the cigarette must be in the mouth, and there is fire to it, and the man draws fire. You have taught him how to smoke even before his age. So long as we are sending them to go and buy alcohol for us, whether we like it or not, all of us have grown through stages. For people who have tested or who drank alcohol, the first test of alcohol you have was when they say, go and wash these glasses, or come and remove these bottles. As soon as you make the turn, now. So we cannot afford to be negligent when our children are involved. Let them know where the traps are. If they fail, then too bad. By the time we realize, it might become just too late. All hands must be on deck. It is not a government problem. Not a government problem. Everybody should be concerned because nobody knows who the next victim will be. And that's why we are appealing to you that let us keep our societies clean. Let us confide and trust in the existing security structures that we have around. The policeman is your friend. So many times you say it's not. But when you are in problem, you run to the policeman. Provide information to the NDLA, to the police, to with all other agencies that are involved, so that they can help you sanitize your society. The evidence is clear. Our children and the future of this country is at risk because our youths on a daily basis are getting involved. If we don't show them where the traps are, they become the victims. And when you have a child who is a victim, the agony is on the parents. And that's why they begin to call you at the minute and say, come and take this boy from here. Because the boy will not allow you to sleep. Because the boy will be an embarrassment. It brings shame and stigmatization. Innocent people, you want to marry from a family, so you can't marry from that family because one boy in that family smokes cigar. The time is now to invest. The investment is not just to provide sensitization to those that are at risk, but to also ensure that drugs are not near, not just our children, but even our own society. Because anybody can be a victim. I pray you will not be one. The time to invest is now, and the best option is prevention. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Please, let's do better than that. Thank you for speaking very, very well. And thank you for the knowledge you've just impacted in us. Very wonderful. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Mr. Chairman, sir, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we want to take the number 9 item very quickly, which is the launching of Unizik drug policy. Is going to be done by the acting Vice Chancellor very briefly so that we can move to the next item as I call on the organizers to please get set for the final outing on the quiz competition. So on this note, and with all due respect, may I humbly invite the acting Vice Chancellor of our great university, Professor Joseph Ike, Fellow Academy of Science, to please come forward for the launching of Unizik drug policy. The acting Vice Chancellor, sir.
The Chairman, please permit me to invite Reverend Father Professor J.Lo to take just 2 minutes to give the author's view of the policy before we go into the launching proper.
Mike Ross, sir. Many of the speakers here have made justice to the reason and the necessity for this policy, drug policy. You also made it very clear during your opening speech about the necessity for the university to be proactive rather than to be reactive. And that is what prevention is all about. Vice Chancellor, sir, you are the chairman of the committee that headed in the production of this policy. And I, standing here, is the chairman of those that drafted this policy. And as you know, this policy is extended, is not only taking the ideas of the Nigerian society. Most of the policy came from United States, where I spent most of my life teaching in the university. And the university here have all these policies. But here in Nigeria, we don't have it. You cannot start any university or any school in the United States or any part of the developed world without having a policy. And that is why you made it possible for us, and we work tirelessly to make sure that this policy is produced. Today, you are now going to be the one to put this into action. And when it started, you were not the Vice Chancellor. You were only the DVC admin. But today, you are going to sign this and put it into action as the Vice Chancellor of this great university. May I then call on you to please unveil this. This is the prototype of the policy, and you are the one to tell the world what you think the policy is all about. Thank you, my prof.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Reverend Father. As a forward to this policy, I wish to remind us all that all we have said, that young people are really the worst hit in these substance abuse, and you see the university housing tens of thousands of these young people. So if we get it right here, it is going to be right forever. So I plead that you listen just for a minute to hear the forward. This drug policy tries to extol a zero tolerance from students and staff.
Please let us put our hands together. Thank you. That was a very strong signature. Honestly. Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Vice Chancellor, Mr. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen. Your Majesty, too, it is not easy to be a prince. And there's prince, the guy will be fine, no matter what. I salute you, His Majesty. All the heads of our various agencies here present, We salute you and we thank you for your great patience and participation. It is not easy. When Prof was talking and mentioned alcohol, my friend called me immediately. He's in this hall, I won't call his name. He said alcohol also a drug. And when I said yes, he said, hey, we say why? Why are you late? He said that he already has an appointment by 4 p.m. this afternoon. So yeah, for 2 years. Anyway, we are on it. We are on it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Please permit me to welcome, with due respect, the Dean of the Faculty of Arts, Nnamdi Azikiwe University, our own dear Professor Abba Igogu Mahara. Dorothy, we salute you. Thank you. With the permission of the chairman, ladies and gentlemen, may I quickly introduce the anchor person for the quiz contest, our own dear Chika Kenneth Esomune. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is the grand finale, NDLE Lady Victoria Onido Quiz Competition, the 10th edition. We agreed to be presenting the grand finale on the prize giving day so that you know what the competition is like. We've done the preliminaries and the eliminations, and today we're going to be giving prizes to the winners. All the participating schools here, that is the 4 participating schools, are winners already. We're just going to know who comes first, second, third, and fourth. And I'm going to be taking a few questions in English, mathematics, draw questions, and our own Igbo. We don't leave out our language in this competition. Allow us to stand, kneel, and profess on existing protocol. As my name is Chika Kenneth. So I would like to let you know the rules guiding this competition. There will be no room for bonuses because we don't have time. And in order the schools are seated, the first school here is the Lucy Secondary School, Ifiti. They have 3 representatives from each school. The second school is a community secondary school, Nanka. The school at the back is a Matama Village Secondary School, Umoji, and it's followed by St. Charles College, Onitsha. They are champions from their various zones. Okay, any question you get correctly attracts 2 marks for your school. Remember, it is a collective effort. Don't try to get the answer and then you'll be failing the entire school. You know, you need to agree on the answer you're going to give me. You have 60 seconds to give the correct answer to any question. Then for mathematics, you'll be given 1 minute and 30 seconds. No chorus answers. If you're going to give us letters, tell us you're going to listen attentively to the options and tell us the makeup of the option you are going to choose. So we start with English language. Any questions? Any questions? I have here Mrs. Priscilla Onyema. She's the timekeeper, and together we are doing this. She's the record keeper. The timekeeper is Anosike Kenneth. Together, yes, they are of NDLEA. I am of Radio Nigeria. Together, we're going to be doing this. So let's kickstart the grand finale. We'll start with English language. There are 4 questions in English language. I forgot to tell you that it's only in English and mathematics that will be taking 1 question each. But in others, you'll be taking 2 questions because time wouldn't permit us to do more than that. So you have 4 questions in English language. The first school chooses from the 4. Make sure you take note of the number that has been chosen so you don't go back to choosing it. Good luck. We start with St. Lucie Secondary School, Ifite. English language, 4 questions, so make your choice.
Question number 15.
I said there are 4 questions in English language. 1 to 4.
Number 2.
Question number 2, English language for St. Lucie Secondary School, Ifite. It says, you are going to tell us the opposite in meaning to the underlined word. But before this, please let me tell the audience that it is said that the higher you go, the cooler it becomes. So the questions today are going to be simple. Don't think this is how it's been all the way, because we don't have time. They've come a long way. So don't say, is this what they've been doing? It's going to be a walkover, I promise you. So the question for number 2 English language are going to supply is the opposite in meaning to the word I'm going to tell you is underlined. The question is, the cast consisted of many famous actors. The underlined word there is famous. Do I give you options? Tell me the opposite in meaning. Well, let me give you options. A, humble. B, infamous. C, unknown. D, unpopular. Opposite in meaning, remember 60 seconds. The time is already started.
The question.
Within your time, the cast consisted of many famous actors. The underlined word there is famous. What is the opposite in meaning of the word famous? Options: humble, infamous, unknown, unpopular.
Unpopular.
That is correct. 10 people have been conscious of time. 2 marks for St. Lucy. A round of applause, please. You just clap once for time, eh? Just a round of applause. One. Yes, thank you. So the next school is Community Secondary School. Nanka, pick your question. Number 1. Question 1, English language. You're also going to supply the opposite in meaning. There isn't enough rice, so its importation is permitted, whereas the importation of cement is dash. The underlined word there is permitted. The options are A, suspended, B, licensed, C, unaccepted, D, prohibited. Opposite in meaning, permitted, from the options I read out. There isn't enough rice, so its importation is permitted, whereas the importation of cement is not. The underlined word is permitted. What is the opposite meaning of permitted? The options are suspended, licensed, unaccepted, prohibited.
Give her the mic.
I told you earlier that we won't entertain chorus answers, and you shouldn't be in a hurry to give an answer without conferring with your teammates. So what do we do?
Yes, together.
So we take. So what is your final answer? What is your time is going? What is your final answer?
Use the
Please,
mic.
let's give them 2 points and a round of applause. Please make no such mistakes again. Make sure you confer with your mates before you supply an answer, please. Mata Mabili Sumoji, pick your question. Question number 3. Question number 3, English language. Both sides are very hopeful about the outcome of the peace talks. The underlined word there is hopeful. What is the opposite in meaning? Options: realistic, emphatic, explicit, pessimistic. Both sides are very hopeful about the outcome of the peace talks. The underlined word there is hopeful. What is the opposite in meaning? The options are realistic, emphatic, explicit, pessimistic. Pessimistic. That is correct answer. 2 points for them. A round of applause. The last question is yours, St. Charles. It's question number 4. The manager of the company was demoted for his incompetence. The underlined word there is incompetence. What is the opposite in meaning? The options are punctuality, honesty, efficiency, sincerity.
Please can you repeat the option?
Punctuality, honesty, efficiency, sincerity. The underlined word is incompetence.
Efficiency.
You are correct. 2 points for them. Please a round of applause. A round of applause, please. We are done with English language. We step up now to mathematics. There are also 4 questions. Hope you have your pen and paper ready. So mathematics is 1 minute 30 seconds. Make sure you confer before you supply your answer. There are also 4 questions there. So we start with St. Charles, right? Okay. St. Charles, we start with you. Pick your question from the 4.
Number 2.
Question number 2. Simplify 2x plus 5 minus 3x. Simplify 2x plus 5 minus 3x. I should give you options, right? They are shaking their head.
Minus x plus 5.
Don't be me. No.
Check well. Let me give you options. Options: A is x plus 5, B is 5 minus x, C is x minus 5, and D is 5x plus 5. These are options.
5 minus x.
That is the correct answer. 2 points for St. Charles. A round of applause. Please, a round of applause. Encourage them now, please. And you should also clap for yourselves. Martha Marvelous, pick a question.
Number 1.
Question number 1 for Martha Marvelous. Find the quadratic equation whose roots are -2 and 5. What is the quadratic equation whose roots are -2 and 5? Let me give you the options right away. A, x squared raised to power 2 minus 3x minus 10. These are options. The options A, x squared plus 3x minus 10. B, x squared plus 3x minus the same thing. Okay, A, x squared plus 3x minus 10. B, 2x raised to power 2 minus 3x minus 10. And D is x squared minus 3x plus 10.
That one should be a bonus. Since two answers are the same. They should strike it out. Huh? What if it's wrong? S squared minus 3s minus 10.
I give you the answer, asking me for options. I should give you the options. The options are x squared plus 3x minus 10. Your time is up. The answer is not there. Okay, what is the answer? Sorry, what's the answer? Write it down, please. X squared plus 3x
Minus
plus 10.
Use your mic. S squared minus 3s minus 10 equal to 0.
X squared minus 3x plus 10.
Minus 10.
Minus 10. X squared plus 3x minus 10. Is that your answer?
No. Use your mic. S squared minus 3s minus 10.
Who else? Who got the same answer? Is that the answer, St. Charles? St. Lucy, what did you get?
There are already two similar answers. We should strike out this question. Suggestion. Since two answers are similar, you need to.
No, I removed one.
What
They
if the correct
they
one
have
is
three
actually-
options now. Listen to these options. You have three options now. The options are x squared plus 3x minus 10. The second option is 2x squared minus 3x minus 10. And the third option is x squared minus 3x plus 10. These are the options. So, did you say the answer is not in the options? The answer is not here. Is that what you're saying? Okay, so you got what they do. What did you get, St. Charles? X squared minus 3x minus 10. So that is the correct answer. Was that what you got to St. Lucy? Alright, so let's give them 2 points and a round of applause. Sincere apologies, it could be typographical errors. You know, we did not set these questions. Okay, so we give Martha Marvelous 2 marks in mathematics. That is why we encourage you to solve alongside the owners of the question so that you can help us with the right answers. So Nanka, pick a question.
Number 4.
Question number 4 in mathematics for Nanka. The height of a man was recorded as 1.75 meters as against his real height of 1.85 meters. Calculate its percentage error. I'll take the question again. Listen, please, Nanka. The height of a man was recorded as 1.75 meters as against his real height of 1.85 meters. Calculate its percentage error. Now take the options, please. The options are A, 11.8%, B, 6.7%, and C, 5.7%. Your time starts now.
your mic.
Options again, 11.8%, 6.7%, 5.7%.
Oh my God. Just move the phone. Control the phone.
11 point something. Tell me the exact answer. 11 points. You are correct. Please, 2 points for them on a round of applause. Why were you not confident in telling me the answer? Please, oh, the last question is for St. Lucy, and it is question number 2. St. Lucy, please listen to your question. Expand, you're going to expand, open bracket, 2x plus 3, close bracket. Then another x minus 4, open and close bracket. The equation is 2x plus 3, open and close bracket. Then x minus 4, open and close bracket. Expand this equation. The options: A, 2x squared minus 5x minus 12. B, 2x squared minus 5x plus 12. And C, 2x squared plus 5x plus 12. The options again: A, 2x squared minus 5. Sorry, 2x squared minus 5x minus 12 is A. Then B, 2x squared minus 5x plus 12. And C is 2x squared plus 5x plus 12.
2x squared minus 5x minus 12.
That is the correct answer. 2 points for St. Lucy. A round of applause. Some of you have solved your question. That's good. You are really the champions. So we are done with English and mathematics. On and on we go to the next subject, biology. Whether you are a science or art student, offer the subject biology. There are 8 questions, so it means you are going to be taking 2 questions now. We're going to be very fast with this. We start again with St. Lucy. St. Lucy, there are 8 questions here. Pick a question fast. Remember, it's 60 seconds.
Question number 2.
Question 2, biology. Coordination is achieved in the body of mammals through the action of the dash. Coordination is achieved in the body of mammals through the action of the dash. A, the endocrine and nervous system. B, the skeletal and nervous system. And the C is muscular and nervous system. Coordination is achieved in the body of mammals through the action of dash. Endocrine and nervous system, skeletal and nervous system, muscular and nervous system. Which one is the answer? What is A? Yes, endocrine and nervous system. Please, if you want to talk, use the microphone. Or if I'm not looking at you, I won't know you are talking. Please, 2 points for them. A round of applause, please. 2 points for St. Lucy. Nanka, pick a question.
Number 5.
Number 5, biology. Listen. Which of the following is not present in the nucleus of a cell? Which of the following is not present in the nucleus of a cell? A, chromosomes. B, nucleus. And C, mitochondrion. The options are chromosomes, nucleus, and mitochondrion. 60 seconds.
Nucleus.
Huh? Okay, I should say nucleus. What do you call it? I don't know. But I pronounce it the correct way. You call it nucleus or something. Eh? That is not even the answer. But in case it's what you are thinking, that was why I said it your way. What you think? You are guessing. And your time is up. So, your time is up, please. We are looking for people to surpass people. So you need to be smart. Okay, the answer is mitochondrion. That is the correct answer. So moving on now, Umoji, pick your question.
Number 6.
Question number 6. Listen attentively. Biology. When large number of organisms share limited space and resources, The result is dash. When a large number of organisms share limited space and resources, the result is dash. A, immigration. B, symbiosis. C, competition.
C, competition.
That is the correct answer. 2 points for Martha Marbelis. A round of applause. A round of applause, please. St. Charles, pick your question. Biology. Question.
These questions are free.
You're asking me. I told you to listen. You
Number
shouldn't be
2.
asking me that. Question number 3, please. Questions 2, 5, and now 3 are taking. Take notes. Do you understand? So question number 3 for St. Charles. Which of the following statements is correct about hormones? Which of the following statements is correct about hormones? Hormones are secreted into blood through ducts. B, they are secreted directly into the bloodstream. And C, they are non-specific in their actions. Which is the correct answer? Which of the following statements is correct about hormones? Hormones are dash. A, secreted into blood through ducts. B, secreted directly into the bloodstream. And C, non-specific interactions.
Secreted in the body through ducts.
Now, that's the wrong answer. Hormones are secreted directly into the bloodstream. Any disagreement? That is the correct answer. So you just lost 2 points, St. Charles. So we're going to take another round of questions in biology. We'll start with them, right? St. Charles, pick another question in biology.
7.
7. Question number 7 says, which of the following is an example of reproductive adaptation? Which of the following is an example of reproductive adaptation? A, succulent stems of cactus plants. B, changing color of chameleon. And C, neck coloration in agama lizard. Which of the following is an example of reproductive adaptation? A, succulent stems of cactus plants. B, changing color of chameleon. And C, neck coloration in agama lizard.
Neck coloration in agama lizard.
You are correct. 2 points for them. Please, a round of applause. An encouraging round of applause, please. Okay, we come back to you, Martha Marbelis. Your last question in biology. Question number 1 for Martha Marbelis. Biology. Which of the following organs is responsible for controlling the body temperature? Which of the following organs is responsible for controlling the body temperature regulation and body balance in mammals? Which of the following organisms controls the body temperature regulation and body balance in mammals? A, kidney. B, hypothalamus. And C, andral. Kidney, hypothalamus, andral.
Hypothalamus.
No. You failed it. It is kidney. That's what I had there as answer. So we move on now. They just lost 2 points. You're objecting to that? Nanka, pick a question. Biology. Okay, the questions left are questions 4 and 8. Question number 8. The adaptation for water conservation in organisms includes the following, except. The adaptation for water conservation in organisms includes the following, except A, scales in fishes. B, scales on leaves. C, spine in plants. The adaptation for water conservation in organisms includes the following, except A, scales in fishes. B, scales on leaves. And C, spine in plants.
Spine.
You You are incorrect. That's not the answer. The answer is skills in fictions. That's what I've got here. So the last question is yours, and Lucy is question number 4. The pituitary is called master gland. Pituitary. Is called master gland because of what? A, it is located in the brain. B, its secretions are more numerous than those of any other gland. C, its secretions control other glands. Which is the answer? C. What is it? C. What is C?
Its secretions control other glands.
You are correct. 2 points for them. Please a round of applause. So Lucy appears to be the only school that got all the questions in biology. Congratulations. Okay, so we move on now. It's time to take our own Igbo language. There are also 8 questions here. We don't expect any of you to fail because these questions are very, very, very simple ones. So we begin with St. Lucy. St. Lucy, question number 2. Mejo Ilua. Ilua kita mas ige mejo. Ocho yuku ga dash. Do you need options? Ocho yuku ga dash. Ahụ agba enyi ga-achọta ya ga-enwe anya ukwu. For people who don't understand the Igbo language, please permit us to do this exercise. We're not joking here, you know. B. What is B? You are thinking. You are wrong. If you are thinking, that's not the answer. I'm not going to spare anybody that fails any question in Igbo. Honestly, no. You lost 2 points. And listen, you lost 2 points. We can't, because your time is remaining, allow you to make multiple choices. Okay, we move over to you, Nanka. Pick a question in Igbo. As Ziabu, Ochi Yuku Gahu. Ajụjụ nke ise. Nke a dị very simple. Ngwa gee ntị ọfụma. Puku naira 70. Puku naira 70 na narị 495. Gịnị ka ọ pụtara n'oyibo? Puku naira 70 na narị 495. Gịnị ka ọ pụtara n'Igbo? Sorry, gịnị ka ọ pụtara n'oyibo? Puku naira 70 na narị 495. $70,000. Why can't you use your microphone?
Use the mic. 70,495.
That is correct. 2 points for them. Please, a round of applause. A round of applause. Martha Marbilis, speak your question.
Number 5.
Question number 5 for Martha Marbilis. It was just taken. You've not been listening. 5, and you are left with questions 1, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8.
Question 6.
Question 6. Mmemme nọ na ya aba nwa ọkụ afa bụ dash. Ọmụgwọ ụka nwa ikupụta nwa. Fast. You don't even need 60 seconds for this Igbo. 30. 60 seconds is done. Mmemme na-anọ na ya ba nwa ọfụ afa bụ dash. Ọmụgwọ ụka nwa ikupụta nwa. You are correct. 2 points for them. A round of applause. St. Charles, Ngwa, pick your question.
Number 7.
Question number 7. Naza nwere mmasị n'ịgụ akwụkwọ. Ịgụ n'ahịrịokwu a bụ gịnị? Ịgụ, gịnị ka ọ pụtara? Ọ bụ ngwa, omeka ngwa, ka ọ bụ isi ngwa?
Ngwa.
All the correct. 2 points for St. Charles. A round of applause. What is one question also in Igbo? St. Charles.
Number 4.
Question 4. Mkpụrụ okwu ole na ole gakọrọ ọnụ n'ezigbo usoro ma nwekwa nghọta zuru oke bụ gịnị? Mkpụrụ okwu one ma one gakọrọ ọnụ n'ezigbo usoro ma nwekwa nghọta zuru oke, gịnị ka ọ bụ? Ọ bụ ahịrịokwu ka ọ bụ ahịrị asụsụ ka ọ bụ nkebi okwu? Ahịrịokwu bụ azịza ya. 2 points for them. Madam Marvelous, pick your question. We're running out of time. Madam Marvelous, number 1. Afọ tara ya mmiri, gịnị ka ọ pụtara? Mmiri tara ya n'afọ, agụ mmiri na-agụ ya, ọ naghị emere mmadụ ebere. Ọ naghị emere mmadụ ebere. Ọ naghị emere mmadụ ebere. 2 points for Madam Marvelous. A round of applause, please. Back to you, Nanka. Nke asatọ. Gịnị bụ mkpụrụ osisi pekarịchara mpe ndị Igbo na-akwanyere ugwu pụrụ iche? I don't need to give you options for this one. Ọjị bụ answer. 2 points for them. A round of applause. And then Lucy, question 4. No, 3. Maazị Ndoka nabatara ndị ọbịa ahụ nke ọma. Gịnị ka nabatara bụ? Na mkpụrụ okwu nabatara, gịnị ka na bụ? Ọ bụ mbụ ụzọ ka ọ bụ njikọ ka ọ bụ isi ngwa? Mbụ ụzọ. Who told you to talk? You have failed it. Azịza ya bụ isi ngwa. So we are done with Igbo language. So quickly we take questions on drugs. Very interesting. This is, I don't know whether to say it's the most interesting part. We're taking questions on drugs now. There are 8 questions. So each school is going to be taking 2 questions. Make sure you do not fail this question because this competition is for schools that have drug-free clubs in their schools. So prove that you have functional drug-free clubs in your schools. 8 questions. We begin with St. Lucie. Number 4, right? We're beginning with St. Lucie, right? Okay. Question number 4 on drugs. Number 4. Okay. Which drug can make you feel happy and excited? Which drug can make you feel happy and excited? There are options. A, stimulants. B, cigarettes. C, Panadol. Stimulant. Stimulant is the correct answer. 2 points for them. A round of applause, please. Quickly, Nanka, pick your question. Are you the senior prefect? They always allow you big questions, even when you don't have the mic. Yeah? So just tell me, which one are you choosing? Question 8. Question number 8. Questions on drugs. Number 8 says, which of this is the street name for methamphetamine? Which of this is the street name for methamphetamine? A, crack. B, wee. C, ice. D, Iwo. Ice is the correct answer. 2 points for them. Please a round of applause. Master Marvelous, pick your question. Number 6. Question number 6 for Master Marvelous. What is the danger of drug abuse? What is the danger of drug abuse? A, it can lead to health problems. B, it promotes healthy living. C, it can lead to promotion at work. So which is the correct answer? It can lead to health. You are correct. Please 2 points for them. A round of applause. St. Charles.
Number 7.
Question number 7. Which drug can alter your perception and thoughts? Which drug can alter your perception and thoughts? A, hallucinogens. B, alcohol. C, tramadol.
Hallucinogens.
You are correct. 2 points for them. Please a round of applause. Okay, we'll start with you again. One more round to go and we'll be out of here.
Number 2.
Question number 2. What happens? Somebody has an observation, so we're trying to look into it. So you pick your last question, St. Charles.
Question number 2.
Question number 2. What happens when you mix drugs? A, it can be dangerous and lead to serious health problems. It makes one feel good. It promotes good health.
A, it can be dangerous and lead to serious health problems.
Very suggestive answers. Please 2 points for them. Record keeper, 2 points for St. Charles and a round of applause. Martha Marvelous. Huh?
Number 7.
Question 7 has it not been taken? It's been taken.
Number 4.
4 has also been taken. You are left with questions 1, 3, 5.
Number 1.
Question number 1. What is the most commonly used drug among youth? What is the most commonly used drug among youth? A, cocaine, B, heroin, C, alcohol. Are you talking to me? The options are cocaine, heroin, alcohol. Abuse, the most commonly abused now. Used. They use it and abuse it.
Cocaine.
No.
Alcohol.
No. Say the third option now so that you exhaust. I told you if you are not sure, don't speak for your team.
Alcohol.
You wanted to, but she spoke first. So they did not get it. Prof, your friend was asking whether alcohol is Sonia and them. Okay, so you lost 2 points now.
What's the answer?
And now pick a question.
What's the answer?
Now pick a question, please.
Right?
Question 5. Which drug can help you relax and feel calm? Which drug can help you feel relaxed and calm? The options are depressants, B, cocaine, C, crack. Depressants, that's the correct answer. 2 points for them. A round of applause. Please give them a round of applause. Okay, the last question is where are you? Okay, question number 3. What is drug addiction? It is for you, St. Lucy, right? What is drug addiction? A, when one is limited to drug supply. B, when you can't stop taking a drug, even if you don't want to. And C, when one is happy taking drugs. Which one is drug addiction? When one is limited to drug supply. B, when you can't stop taking a drug, even if you don't want to. And C, when one is happy taking drugs. What is B? Yes, even when you want to stop, you see yourself continuing. That's the correct answer. 2 points for St. Lucy. Please, a round of applause. I think we are done with the questions. Okay, now we'll take care of the observation. Somebody just came in with this observation. Okay, sorry, before now, I don't know whether I said it, that these questions were set by the Ministry of Education. We did not send them, and there could be typographical errors. So, and we don't know, personally, I don't know the answers to all these questions. So, somebody just made an observation that a question we said a group did not get, that they got it, marvelous. And that question was, which of the following organs is responsible for controlling the body temperature regulation and body balance? Sorry, the temperature regulation and body balance in mammals. And what I had here as answer is kidney. But what they said was answer was hypothalamus. And the observer has confirmed that it is not kidney. The observer is correct, right? Please, each time we are derailing, bring us back. So the record keeper, please give Matamabilis back their 2 points. Another observation. Another observation, please. We should have. Oh, on the same question.
It's not correct.
Okay, so please, our apologies, Matamabilis. Give them back their 2 hard-earned points. I think we've exhausted the questions we have here. Thank you so very much for listening. We go over now to the record keeper. DJ, you can fill up with music while they are calculating the scores.
Yeah, hello. Hello, hello.
It's okay, it's okay.
What? Yeah, please, while they are.
They're right.
Are you ready? Okay.
From the records, we have a tie. So which one do we deal with first? St. Lucie and Community Secondary School, Nanka. Okay, St. Lucie, the ones in front. Okay, we're going to ask you one question now. We're going to ask St. Lucie that question. If you tell it, and they get it,
It's not them.
you have lost out.
It's not them.
See, that's how it's go, right? Okay. Now, the question is, who is Lady Victoria Oindo? St. Lucie, who is Lady Victoria Oindo? You have your mic? Give the mic.
She's the mother of King Alexandra Oindo, who just. She's the mother of King Alexander Oindo. Okay.
Igwe Alexander, not Alexandra, right? The late mother of Igwe, they are correct. These are correct. And Igwe is sponsoring this competition in memory of his mother for 10 years now. Okay, Nanka, how many education zones do we have in Anambra State? 30 seconds. No. You are wrong. We have 6. Okay, so for the tie between St. Lucie and Nanka, we have set up St. Lucie. So what are we doing now is Watamabilis and St. Charles. You have a tie too. So what you are going to do is you are going to add 2 points by St. Lucie, right? Okay.
Mata Amabeles, what is the name of the chairman of NDLEA? The chairman, chief executive officer, NDLEA. Mr. Onishi Ubonna. Wrong. St. Charles, what is the name of the chairman, chief executive officer of NDLEA?
Prince A. Adamo.
Okay, please come here. You don't become chairman. Congratulations, sir. Wrong. No. Wrong.
They
The
have to
name
take
of
another
our
question.
chairman.
No, they cannot. They have to change the question. They have to change the question.
The name of the chairman of NDLEA is Buba Marwa retired. Another question. What's the name? Mata Amabelis, what's the name of the state commander of NDLEA in Anambra State?
Onishi Daniel Umunda.
A round of applause. Very correct. 1 point. What is the name of the PRO of NDLEA Anambra State Command, St. Charles?
Chris Adabo.
Very correct. Another question. What is the what is the name of the Commissioner for Education, Anambra State?
Commissioner Ngozi Shumude. Professor Mrs. Ngozi Shumude.
Very correct. A round of applause. St. Charles. What is the name of the Commissioner for Health, Anambra State? No idea is an answer. I don't know is an answer. A round of applause for them. Okay, I think we'll solve that problem. We've untied the time.
What's the answer?
And now we can have direct
What's the answer?
so we can now announce.
What's the answer?
Community Secondary School, Nanka, 12 points. A round of applause for them. This competition started long time ago and they've gone a long way. For them to come here at all, they are the best from their zone, and please, let's give them a round of applause. And actually, it's their first time of participating, and they got to the finals. St. Lucy's Secondary School, Ifiteoka, 14 points. A round of applause for them. You guys are awesome. You got the information. They got the information about this quiz about 3 days before the quiz started, and they got to where they are now. It takes hard work to get to where they are, and it's their first time of participating. Please, a round of applause for them. St. Charles College, Onisha, 15 points. Please, a beautiful applause for St. Charles. Mata and Mabilis, Ogede Zone, 16 points. And from the record we have here, consolation prize will go to Community Secondary School, Nanka. Third prize will go to St. Lucy Secondary School, Ifite. Second prize will go to St. Charles College, Onisha. While first prize is going back to the zone that is sponsoring it. This same zone came first the last year. The cup is still going back to them. And we are proud of Ogede Zone. A round of applause for them too. Congratulations. Please, I'm sorry, let me tip this in. Prince Ifenna, when you go back, tell the Igwe that one of the students who won a laptop about 7-8 years ago from St. Charles called me last year and told me that he graduated as a medical student, and it was the laptop he used all through his university years. St. Charles, this same boy, I remember when we used to record this program in our studio, they came first that year, and when the result was announced, they were unmoved.
I was like, just like I was telling these ones, clap for yourselves now. I was asking them to clap for themselves. The boy said, boys don't shout. So it is just their way essential. So congratulations to the winners. Please make sure you send this message home. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much, the quiz mistress and everyone that participated. Going. Thank you. Thank you. We will get to that later, but we want to quickly do something, the presentation of awards, so that our guests can do other things. We just have 3 awards to be presented. We start with the Vice Chancellor's Award. The VC's Award, and it's going to be presented by the Commander himself, Dan Onishi. We do that quickly. Thank you.